been away from doing videos for a bit. Had some major surgery, had a long recovery, and now I'm back. So I'm really, really glad to be back. I am looking forward to doing regularly scheduled videos again. And as I've been preparing to be a full-time demonstrator again, I was a little overwhelmed because there's so many things taking place in Stampin' Up. We have the current catalog, we have online exclusives, we have a new hot foil system, we have product of the month. We have all these things going on. There's even a promotion going on with cardstock and DSP right now. So I thought, you know what? I think I'm just going to break this up, and I'm going to do this video just talking about online exclusives and the product of the month and a couple other little household or housekeeping details. But so I'm not doing a demonstration. I am just going to show you what I'm excited about with online exclusives right now. So I just checked seconds ago, was on the Stampin' Up website, and everything I'm about to show you is in stock. So no promises about when you actually get on there, but at the moment, everything's in stock. So one of the things that I'm super excited about, and I've been using lots of, is this. It's called 2026 to 2028 Gingham Designer Series paper. And so these are the in colors for this year, and I'll show them to you. So there's 2 of each, and there's the back side. So it's just a different size of plaid. So we've got, let's see if I can do this here. We've got Golden Glow, Peaceful Pine, Hydrangea Hue, Barely Blush, and Crisp Cantaloupe. All of these are wonderful. I've been using this one and this one quite a bit. And I have some cards that I've already made that I will show you using this paper. Anyway, this is 12 by 12, obviously, and I think I'm going to be able to use it all the way through Christmas. This is an online exclusive. It was currently in stock. It does say low inventory, so just letting you know. Anyway, I love this paper. So then, let's see, and I can even show you a couple of cards that I've made using that paper, and I'll show these again to you in a bit for a different reason. But see, these were just, isn't that just beautiful how they blend, how they work in so well? I have always been a gingham plaid lover anyway. So then another thing that we've got going on is there's 3 different sets of embossing folders. And this is all just stuff that I've purchased. I'm not showing you everything that's available. You need to go onto the website and I believe it's under shop. I'm gonna pull it up right now, make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Yes, so under the word shop, you're gonna go down about halfway and it's gonna say online exclusives. And when you click on that, all the online exclusives will show up that are available. What makes these different is they're not in any catalog. They're just online. And for the most part, they're while supplies last. Now I have seen some items that they have continued to replenish, and I've seen other items that were gone in a heartbeat. So if you fall in love with something, I wouldn't hesitate. There is this textured tree ring embossing folder, and I'm going to show you a couple of different, let's see it. Sorry, I thought I had everything within reach. Oh, it's right in front of me. So here's what it looks like in white. See that little piece back in there? And then here is one that I did in pecan pie. So it's really beautiful, and I've seen both the front and the back used. So you could do either one. All right. The next set of embossing folders, These are called Seasonal Cheer Mini Embossing Folders. It comes in a 3-pack. There's leaves, there is candy canes, and then there's bats. I didn't care so much about the bats. I have done nothing with that. I have used the leaf one. That's actually the whole reason I even got this set, was because I liked the leaves. So there's the leaves. And here's where I've gone through it in embossing. I've used the two-tone cardstock, and then I used a light sanding over the top of it to show it off. And then on this card, you can see I've used it right in here. So on this banner, it's just a beautiful embossing folder. I have only used the two-tone cardstock with the candy cane so far and a little bit of sanding. I haven't had a reason to use this yet, but I will, because obviously this is the time we're supposed to be making, or should be concentrating on using making Christmas cards. I make about 140 a year, so I've actually already started. And then here's the one with the bats. And I might find something to do with this, but I haven't yet. So those are those. So those are called Seasonal Cheer Mini Embossing Folders in a 3-pack. And then this one has been wildly popular. This one is called Swirls of Magic Embossing Folder. And I like anything swirly. I love swirly script. I love swirly designs in pillows. I just love swirly metalwork, that kind of thing. Love, love, love. So let's see, can you see that? Yep. And so here's what it looks like if I just do it in red. And then here it is. I've used it behind the poinsettia in white. Isn't that pretty? I've seen some really cute birthday cards with this being used. Super, super cute. I think this is just super versatile. Okay, so that takes us through the embossing folders. And I'm going to take a sip. And the next thing I'm going to show you is a bundle called Simply Leaves. It's a stamp and punch set. And I have seen so many great things. I've seen this used as branches. I've paired this with that gingham paper that I showed you. I used this on the inside of the card. So many cute things. I'll show you a few of what I have made. But if you go online and you look this up, there is so much that people have done. They've done everything from simple cards that are, no layer, it's just a card base and they've stamped right on the card base. And then I've seen elaborate things that were done as wreaths. I've seen this turned into a petal and used as like a sunflower. I've seen some really cute stuff. I have only done a few things. Some of which I've already mailed out, so I don't even have everything here to show you, but I made this one, and I purposefully went for a little grungy look. This is also that mini embossing folder that I was telling you about. And there's the textured tree ring embossing folder. And then here are the stamps, and then I actually took a pair of scissors and roughed up the edge of the leaves and kind of wanted them to look a little crinkly. This card was made specifically for a monochromatic challenge, and the color was crumb cake. So that's why this kind of looks a little muted, but that is that. And then here you can see I've used the veins in the middle of the leaves. And then I took a dauber and I added color around the edges. So that is that one. And then this was actually the first one I made before I really started getting better with the scale. This one my scale is off a little bit, but it looks good in every color. So some of the cards that I've seen, people have done like a lime green and a fuchsia, or otherwise known as Melon Mambo. You know, they've done some really bright color. I've seen so many things done with this set. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that you were aware that this set was out there. I think this is going to be a great staple, even if you're not using it for autumn cards. And then the next one that I want to show you, this is a bundle. This is stamps and dies. Excuse me. And is it as smoky where you are as it is where I am? It's super smoky here. From all the very sad wildfires we've got going on. Okay, so this is the stamp set for pretty poinsettias. And then we've got dies that come with. And these are silhouette dies that cut out stamped images. And then these are impression dies. So these is actually a two-step process. You put them through your cut and emboss machine like you normally would, and then you actually flip them over and you remove a couple of plates and you put in a silicone impressions plate on top, and then you run it through again. And you get this detail. This is what these do. So take a look at the detail. This is cardstock, regular cardstock that I have used to make that card. And look at that detail. Isn't that gorgeous? And then, yes, this white, and this is also regular cardstock. This one, I'm going to show you two. These are with the velveteen. Oh, I didn't check that. Hopefully it's still, I'm going to check right now before I made that broad statement at the beginning, telling you everything that I'm showing you is, it's in stock. So this is velveteen. Both the leaf and the poinsettia are in the velveteen, and they made up beautifully in that detailed, impressions die as well. And then here's another one. This is also out of the velveteen. Fun, right? So much fun. And then this one is out of Poppy Parade. So anyway, I will be demonstrating impression dies at some point in the very near future. I would expect within 2 weeks. And so I'll be able to tell you more about that, but wanted you to know that this pretty poinsettia is available at the moment. All right, let's get these out of the way. And I'm just down to one more collection, and then I'm going to talk to you about product of the month. All right, so this collection is called Violet Dreams, not Violent Dreams, Violet Dreams. Excuse me while I stretch to grab the cards. And let me pull out the dies. So this has some label dies, this has some detail dies, this has silhouette die. So here's the stamp set. Here are the dies. And then I'm going to show you the paper. And this paper comes with 5 two-sided sets of designs, 2 of each, and then 2 pages of punch outs, which I haven't used. But so here are the DSPs, super, super pretty. And then here they are on the other side. This is actually my favorite one right here. And there we go. And let me show you those punch outs. So there's labels, there's leaves, there's flowers. Then this collection also comes with a secondary paper that is called Sparkling Stripe. Oh wait, am I calling it the right thing? Shimmering Stripes, excuse me, Shimmering Stripes. And there's 4 pieces of paper in Let's see if you can see that sparkle. And this is actually the paper I used in one of these other poinsettia cards. Let's see if you can even see the sparkle on that. Yeah, you can. So it doesn't, you're not restricted to using it with this. You could use it with anything. And it's really pretty. It is a one-sided paper. So let me get this out of the way. Oh, and there's more to the collection. So there are these adhesive backed blooms, and you see the rhinestone in the middle of each one? Aren't those pretty? And then fresh freesia satin ribbon. All right, here's a couple of the cards that I've made using this suite. So I pulled in some fern from Fern and Flora dies. Here I added just a little bit of extra tone-on-tone ink to the fresh freesia flowers. So this one, the oval was DSP and the frame around the oval was regular cardstock, and this one is reversed. And I already showed you that one. So that is what I have for online exclusives. These are the things that I have most recently been working on. One of the other things is, I should type it in and make sure what I'm telling you is correct. Sweet Old Friends. Yeah, so there's a bundle called Sweet Old Friends that's super, super popular. It just didn't apply to my life and my particular needs. My grandkids are way beyond this type of thing, but it's basically a Winnie the Pooh set. So if you're a Pooh fan, definitely go in and look up Sweet Old Friends bundle. It's only available in the United States because of copyright issues. All right, so then the last thing I want to show you, let's see. Okay, a couple things to tell you. We're in the last few weeks of this catalog. So if there was something that you loved, that you earmarked or whatever, it's probably time to get on and see if it's available to purchase. That ends at the end of this month. Then we are currently having a DSP and cardstock sale. It's 15% off on select designer series papers and cardstocks. I got my order in. I got two-tone cardstocks. I got regular standard milled cardstocks, you know, my 8.5 by 11s that I like. And then I did get some DSPs. So it isn't everything across the board. You have to basically go in and take a look. My recommendation, if you're going to do that and you don't want to just overspend, you know, like, oh, I'll just buy everything that's on sale, like any of us have that option anymore. I like to go and pick up my, like if I know for the next few months I'm only working on Christmas cards, then you might go into the DSPs that you're working with and look up what colors are listed underneath. See if do you have what you need for your color coordination. Just make sure you have what you need. And of course, white's always a good idea, but I don't think white was part of the sale. Okay, so let's see. That was the sale, last week of the catalog. Talked about online exclusives. Here's the last item. This is product of the month. Product of the month started while I was recuperating from my my situation, and basically what it is, so they did away with celebration. Now we're doing product of the month. If you have a $75 order, not including shipping and tax, then you have the option of buying whatever the product of the month is for this month for $5. So this is this month's. It's called Glow of Harvest. This is a one-sided designer series paper. It has got a pearlized finish on it. And look at these colors. So pretty, right? And I've made one card using it. And it would be this one. So it's just super pretty. And then I did some fussy cutting to put some items, you decorate the inside of my card. So anyway, my friends, I will be doing 2 more videos, one about the hot foil system and another one about the products that I purchased ahead of time, my pre-order for the catalog that starts in September. And if you are already a customer of mine and you've made a purchase within the last 12 months, you will automatically get one of those catalogs from me. But if you have not made a purchase with me, then I will not automatically be sending one to you. They're expensive. I mean, they cost money. They're not expensive. They cost money, and then they cost money to ship. So obviously we need to have a relationship going on in order for me to send one on to you, which I would love to do. I would love to be your demonstrator. So thank you so very much for your time, everybody. I'll be doing another video, like I said, regarding the hot foil and another one regarding the unboxing. And then after that, my videos should be demonstrations. My love to you all. Big hugs. Thank you. Bye.